you've traded a meme stock recently, you made a lot of money, you need to watch this video. I've been on TikTok for 5 years. I've been trading stocks for over 14 years. And my whole concept, by the way, is trading small, consistent profits. I'm not out here trying to YOLO into the next hot stock. Usually they don't even cross my radar because it's not something that I pay attention to. Now I'll get into AMC in a minute because I happen to be a shareholder of AMC and I happen to make quite a bit. But one of the most popular messages that I get, and they're unfortunate messages, are, hey, I bought this stock, I made life-changing money. And it ranges. I've gotten DMs from people who have made $80,000, $500, runs the gamut. But to them, whether it is a lot of money or it just is to them personally a lot of money, $500, $1,000, one of the common themes in all of these messages is, I don't know what I'm doing. I YOLO'd into some trade. I made an incredible amount of money. And then I YOLO'd into another trade and I lost it all. Where do I go from here? Please help. What do I do? For most people, it is what it is. The money's gone. You lost it. For everyone who's thinking about getting into stocks or currently in the midst of being caught up in this meme stock hysteria, you need to listen and watch this video closely. There's no advice here for anyone who's lost a lot of money. You lost it. It sucks. It is what it is. This is more of a precautionary video for anyone who's new to the world of stock trading. You need to have a plan. Full stop. Especially if you're new and inexperienced. I'll tell you exactly how many times I've made a lot of money on a stock trade and I took that large amount of money and traded with that full amount. 0. I never do that. I trade with the same amount of money every single time, whether it's $5,000 per trade, $10,000 per trade, every single time. Maybe if I start making a lot more money, I'll trade with 12,000. I'll move it up just a little. But if I'm trading with 10,000 and I make 5,000 on a trade, I don't suddenly start trading with 15,000. Like I said, I like small, consistent profits. I'm not YOLOing into the big thing, hoping I'm going to take this 15 and turn it into 30, and then that 30 turn it into 70. That's not personally how I trade. But a lot of inexperienced traders do that exact thing. So they make $80,000 on a once-in-a-lifetime trade. They take that $80,000, they dump it into a next trade, and they lose everything. Don't do that. I know it seems like, oh, you got this trading thing figured out because you made such a big profit and everything's great and you're making so much money. And isn't that wonderful? Look at how much I made. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm going to take that 80 and double it or triple it or quadruple it. And I'll be the next Keith Gill. He took 53,000, turned it into 300 million. I want to do that. That's not the way I run this channel. And I know a lot of people watching these videos will say, you're just butthurt because you missed out. I made 2,100% on AMC. And I want to walk you through exactly what I did because I've been trading for 13 years, 14 now. But at the time of AMC, it was around 9 or 10 years into my trading career. And I'd never really had a profit like AMC or Kodak at the time. I think they kind of happened around the same time. It took me 9 years to get a trade, 2,100%. A lot of it was frankly dumb luck. The only reason that I was in AMC in the first place was because it was $2 and then we'd go to $2.50 and then we'd go $2 and then $2.50. And I recognized it, and I said, oh, look, it's bouncing in a little bit of a trading range. Anytime it's 2, I'll buy it. Anytime it's 250, thereabouts, I'll sell it. I just did this over and over. And then COVID happened. And what happened? They shut down the theaters. I'm sitting on several thousand shares of AMC, and I did something I don't normally do. I said, oh, I'm going to turn this short-term trade into maybe a swing trade or a longer-term investment, because as soon as they open those theaters again, that stock is going to pop just on the good news that theaters are open again. I said, well, it's $2, $3. It had previously been around in the 20s. I said, man, wouldn't that be crazy if AMC got back in the 20s? I'm going to hold these shares and we'll just see what happens. It was just dumb luck that I happened to be in the stock in the first place. But like I said, I don't Wall Street bets. I didn't even really know what it was. I'm not YOLOing into big trades. I didn't even know what was happening. All of a sudden, AMC started moving. People are asking me to explain a short squeeze, and I'm looking at the stock like, whoa. And within a couple of, days, weeks, I can't really remember, the stock had far surpassed 20 bucks. It just kept running and running, and it got all the way up to $50, and I sold most of my position at that point. It ended up hitting 72, but remember, I say this all the time, my goal isn't to make all of the money, it's just to make some of the money. And once it hit 50, I was just like laughing at how much it had gone up, and I went, sell. And I kept like 100 shares just to see what would happen. I still have those 100 shares, by the way. But what did I do after I made that 2,100% gain? First, set aside a little bit for taxes. Second, I didn't do anything reckless. I took that money and I realized what it was. This was a once in a lifetime, maybe twice in a lifetime because of Kodak. But these things hadn't happened to me as a stock trader for almost a decade. It was an anomaly, and I recognized it for what it was. This is not stock trading day to day, at least not for me. I'm sitting on this massive profit, and I said, let's step back for a second and regroup, because hysteria, excitement, joy can make you do all kinds of stupid things, like YOLO it into the next one, right? You go on social media, hey, what's the next AMC? What's the next GameStop? Well, it's this one. Well, it's that one. And usually those stocks, by the time you're hearing about it, it's too little too late, you know? And the other problem is people look at GameStop and they go, well, I bought this stock at $1 and it's $4 now. I'm not going to sell it at $4 because it's going to do a GameStop. It's going to do an AMC. It's going to go to the moon. Most of that doesn't really happen. Those were anomalies. That was a really unique set of circumstances that allowed for GameStop and AMC to go crazy like they did. You look at FFIE. It went from 11 cents to $3.90 all the way back down. We can take a look here right now. It's currently 62 cents. So, you know, people, when you hear about it, it's too little too late. People are piling in at 390 going, you know, it's going to go higher. Other people bought it at 11 and aren't selling it at 390 because they think it's going to go higher. This is where it all comes together, that you need a plan, not just for cutting losses, but for when to take profits. And by the way, you could take half. You have 1,000 shares, 390. You bought it at 11 cents. It's a pretty good gain. Maybe you go in and you sell half. That's probably what I would do. Then you keep the rest and let it rip, or let it tumble in that case. But what did I do after AMC? I took that money and I said, I'm not going to do anything stupid or reckless with this. This was a once in a lifetime. I got really lucky. I'm going to take that money and I'm going to do something smart with it. So here's what I did. One, I put a lot of money into a savings account. I don't think they had high yield savings accounts back then, weren't paying as much as they are today. So I probably just put it in the savings account. Just a little in a rainy day fund. Second thing I did, I bought more Apple stock. Third thing I did, I bought Netflix stock. Fourth thing I did, I bought Nvidia stock. Not right away, but just I had that money in my account and I would deploy it at certain points into high quality investments. And the last thing, I forget what number it was, 4 or 5. The last thing I did was I put it into an S&P 500 index fund, some other money. So outside of taxes, I didn't buy a new car. I didn't buy fancy clothes. I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't do anything inappropriate. I didn't YOLO it all into a trade. All that money's gone. It's all in, well, it's not gone. It's invested. And it's going to work for me in the future. So please, if you're going to do stuff like this and you do get lucky, and I hope you do, I'm rooting for every retail trader. I hope you make a shitload of money on these things. First, only put in what you're willing to lose. Please be careful, because I got so many text messages and DMs last night from people saying GameStop, GameStop, GameStop. I bought it at 40. I bought it at 50. I bought it at 60. And now it's 28. So all these people are sitting on a loss. Number one, I'm heartbroken. I hope you only put in what you're willing to lose. And number two, if you do make money, do something smart with that money. Please. I'm telling you, as a stock trader, these kind of trades don't come along very often. Don't base your whole stock trading career on YOLO trades. Small, consistent profits. Maybe every once in a while you get lucky. If you get lucky, don't be reckless. Do something smart. Invest that money into high-quality index funds or high-quality individual stocks or anything you want that's a solid investment. All right, thanks for watching. It's almost 9 minutes of your life now. Appreciate your time. Smash that follow. See you later. Oh, wait, by the way, if you're new to investing, I want to show you something. If you go right here and you click on the menu, which is right here, you'll get all of these resources, and they are 100% free. There's not even an email sign up for the course. You just click on it and it launches right into the course.